Yankee, W6.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, number 982, checking in.
Yeah, good evening, KG6 Charlie Echo Fox and W6 PQL. A big strong signal from both of you. Stand by a second, Daryl. Go ahead, Jim.
Oh, just popping in to say howdy. I heard you whistle and figured you were near the microphone. So, good day today. Can't complain. Lots of sunshine. It was a little bit cool on the cool side, though. It probably was there too. But no worries. Over.
Yeah, we were predicted to have 76, but I don't think it got there. I would be surprised if it got much over 72, if that. But it was a nice day. I don't begrudge the fact that it was, but it just wasn't as warm as we thought it would be. Anyway, we'll take it. I weeded it today. I took 6 barrels of weeds to the fire pile. So it was a very busy day. Whew. Okay. I got 2 check-ins from Course Gold, so let me get them in the log here, Jim, and we'll catch up with you after a few minutes here. W6PQL, and now KG6 VBG. No, that's not right. Charlie Echo Fox. And 982. And 971, KG6, K6, Victor Bravo Golf. Daryl, take one, and then we'll see what Dave's up to. Both of you sounding good. KG6, Charlie Echo Fox in the group, K6 MYC, 2-meter Bozo Net. And somebody could give me today's date.
Today's date is the 28th day of April.
Right here, thank you.
Yeah, I don't have much to report. Just been fiddling around here, so on and so forth.
Oh, that's really exciting.
You know how it is with so-ons and so forth.
Yeah, it's about like those round tuits.
That's right.
When I get around to it, I'll do it. Okay. He had his chance, Dave. It's up to you now to make the big entrance here. K6 VBG, K6 MYC.
Well, I don't know about a big entrance, but, I'm here. I'm on this side of the earth, which is good. And we went and did a little bit of out to dinner this weekend for Deanna's birthday, and other than that, not much else. Not much else happening. Playing with the dogs. The lab's getting huge. He's bigger than the other 2 already, so yeah, he's going to be a giant dog.
How many dogs do you have now, and what are they?
A total of 3. One of them's about 14, almost 15 years old, and then I have my cattle dog and Dozer, who's about 5 months old now. That's Deanna's dog. He's a lab.
He's the one that's growing big, fast?
Yeah. We kind of think he's part Great Dane or something. I don't know. He's huge. At any rate, he's going to be a really big lab.
Is he black?
No, he's a yellow lab.
I'll be darned, a yellow lab. Yeah, we've got one. Matt's got a yellow lab here. His name is Eli, and he's big, husky, but he isn't very tall.
Well, they're the most friendly dogs of any dog I've ever been around. Labs are just like they're your partner in crime, your buddy. They're just happy-go-lucky, and every one I've ever bumped into has been that way.
Yeah, no, labs are well known for that. No, I should have said these are Queensland healers, and the golden Queensland is male, and he's just very, very docile, very friendly. You couldn't ask for a more warm and toasty dog. Anyway, good deal. I'm glad you're having fun with the dogs and watching them grow and all that sort of stuff. And continue to watch them grow. That's that means you're above ground, doesn't it?
You're not supposed to be here, and she knows it.
I think I doubled with you a little bit. I didn't get that. What I said was, I'm glad you're having fun with the dogs, and at least you're above ground doing it. Over.
Hi, Roger. Yeah. I say my healer is quite the opposite. Yeah, she's very, very temperamental.
Well, Matt has one of those that's not temperamental. She's just high-strung. She's a nice dog. She's friendly. She likes everything, but she just goes after the cats, and she's just wired all the time.
Oh, mine gets along great with the cats. It's the people that she doesn't like. If you're here, you're not supposed to be here, and she doesn't know you, you're in trouble.
Well, I guess Eli's the same way. When I knock on Matt's bedroom, when he's got Eli, and he's keeping them because they have to keep the dog separated when the other one comes into heat. So every 3 or 4 months or whatever her heat time is, he ends up keeping the dog for a week. And so he sleeps in Matt's bedroom, and if I knock on the door to talk to Matt or something, boy, he barks immediately. He knows that door and anything in that room is his to guard.
Boy, they are really protective.
Yes,
Really protective, and there's no stopping them. They're a little dog that's mighty. That's the amazing part about them. You know, they were bred to put bulls back in pens, full-size bulls.
They grab them by the back of the leg and drag them, I guess, huh?
No, they nip them and bite at their heels, and they get kicked at, and and bite them by the nose, and you name it. But they corral them back in their pens. They're very stout when it comes to that. They're definitely designed for and bred for putting bulls and cows back in like a stall or a pen.
Yeah, I'll be darned. They are a good cow dog, though, no question about it. I've got a cowboy buddy that runs cattle on the neighboring property, and he's got a Queensland and I don't know what the other dog is. It could be a McNabb, 2 different dogs.
They also use for rodeo clowns.
Anyway, let's see. We're getting on with it here. I'm pointed down south, so maybe we got Ben listening down there. N6 Sugar Whiskey Radio, N6SWR. Ben, are you around this evening? Okay. Anybody else down south or anywhere in the San Joaquin Valley? K6MYC Bozo Net.
485.
KE.
485, that would be K6UDE.
Hey, very good. Your memory's still intact.
Barely.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to get checked in here tonight before I fell asleep. K6MYC, K6UDE.
Okay. Good to hear you, Jim. How's everything going up there?
Well, we're dry right now. We got a little rain yesterday, and it was kind of funny because it hit late in the evening or late in the afternoon, and we got 700 of an inch of rain in about 15 minutes, and then after that it went away.
Oh boy, you did about 700 inches, 700 of an inch better than we did. We got about 20 drops, and that was it. Over.
Yeah, well, we did a little bit better. Not much, but we did a little bit better. Yeah, we're doing pretty good for the rain in this particular area right now, so maybe it'll stop for a while. Almonds are looking good down here in most cases. I'm not sure which varieties, but looking at them this morning, a lot of the orchards are really loaded up good, so the almond growers are going to have a good crop this year.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Everything's growing like I'm at my place, but I've only had 14 inches of rain this year, but it was all, I think the biggest rain I got was about what you got, 7 or 8 tenths. That's it. And that was the biggest rain in one straight shot that I got all the whole season since May. So we never got enough for even any runoff. We never got one drop in the pond.
Wow, that surprises me as close to Yosemite as you are. But yeah, we got since the first of the year we got over 14 inches. Since the first, that's when my thing changes. I don't know what we had before the first of the year, but anyway, 14 after the first.
Yeah, see, I got 14 since May of last year.
Yeah, that's pretty slow going rain. Anyway, we're about rained out, so I had to turn my sprinklers on the other day, and then it rains. So, go figure.
What else is new? That's Mother Nature thumbing her nose at you. I just turned mine on the last couple of days. We've got them. We were working on them today, as a matter of fact, fixing all the little grip systems parts that didn't work and had been broken over the years, and the spray heads that are spraying 90 or 180 instead of 90 and overspraying and stuff. So we were busy doing that most of the afternoon. But in the morning we pulled weeds, and I got 6 barrels, 650-gallon drum barrels of weeds that we took to the burn pile today. And that was just in the front yard out by the pool table. Over.
Wow. That's a lot of weeds. Yeah, my wife fills up the 80-gallon garbage can every week with weeds. So, and that's after I spray and rototill. She goes into the spots where I can't get, so, yeah, weeds are a never-ending battle, especially around here. Well, I better get off of here and let you get on with the internet, with the net before everybody gets tired of listening to us and goes home. So we'll let you get back to work. K6MYC, K6UDE. Good talking to you, Mike.
Yeah, very good. Same here, Jim. God, we ought to get together one of these days. By the way, you do know that we're streaming all the nets now, and you can not only hear yourself, but you can see my radio and your signal strength on my radio and all that sort of stuff. So if you don't know about it, I'll tell you how to get there. Over.
Well, you told me once before, but that was a long time ago, and I slept since then, so you better tell me again.
Oh, okay. Well, you go to bozonets.com, BOZONETS. You got to have an S on the end. Bozonets.com. You'll see the beginning opening preamble that explains the Bozo name, and then after that, there should be a little highlighted area that says live streaming, and you click on that, and it takes you to YouTube. And there's a picture of a clown, and you click on the clown, and then just follow your nose for the live streaming that's on, like right now. There, you can also, everything that we've done in the past is all archived, so you could go back 2 months ago and listen to the net on this night and see what things sounded like as well. So, it's kind of neat from that standpoint. My grandson listens at home. He can't get on because he's too busy, but he listens on his cell phone while he's doing other things in the evening. Over.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Okay, I just might dial that up while I'm sitting here reading the mail as you carry on. Okay, thanks, Mike. Talk to you later. K6MYC, K6UDE. Okay,
good to hear you again, Jim. And if you get down this way, make plans for a lunch or something. K6UDE, K6MYC, Bozo Net, looking south for N6SWR and others.
KK6ZKE.
Got you there, Terry. KK6ZKE 704. Good evening.
Roger that. Wanted to thank you and Rob for giving me that info to get my 991 onto Simplex for the club net.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have much to do with that. I think they pretty well had it hammered. It isn't much trouble to do that. You just have to push a couple of the right buttons over.
Yeah, this thing's got a lot of buttons, so it lengthened or shortened my research time.
Well, that was good. Okay. Now, let's see, Terry. Got you in here good and strong tonight. Everybody seems to be really clean. The band's very quiet tonight for me. Hopefully it'll stay that way, and I won't get any solar hash from my inverter friend down the street. We're a little bit light. light getting started here this morning. This evening. I'm very surprised we've only got a few check-ins so far. Usually by this time we're down around 15. I don't know where Ben is here. Rob, are you here? KM6SRR? Okay, no Rob. WA6OIB. N6BYH. WA6AAJ. I won't call AA6S because he's never here on Sunday. Like the name of the movie, Never on Sunday. And I know my radio's just throbbing here with people checking in.
KT2G.
KT2G? Maybe that's why they're not checking in. I should not be hearing you. Well, no wonder. I'm pointed at 300 degrees. That might explain something. All right. Good evening, Mark. Great to hear you after a week or two or three. Over.
Yeah, maybe a bit more than a week or two. I traveled so much. I did South Carolina. I did Texas, and and in 2 weeks I'll be doing North Carolina and Illinois. So I actually should bring my radio with me over.
Yeah, you should. What's your Bozo number? Is it 884 or something?
863.
868, yeah.
863.
863, sorry.
Good to hear a friendly voice. So you're saying not too many check-ins tonight?
We're very light so far, but I think there was one more underneath you there, but probably because I'm not pointed in the direction I should be here. I thought I'd moved it, and I never did kick it off to make it move. Let me go down south like I'm supposed to be, Mark. Anyway, great to hear you, and we'll look for you subsequently, at least over the next week or so.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Good to hear you, Mike.
Thank you, Mark. We'll see you tomorrow night on 1296, maybe. Not tomorrow night. Tuesday on 1296. Tomorrow night is 6 meters for you.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, 6 meter and still deficient.
Roger. Okay, I'm rotating south now, where I should have been in the first place. I had it programmed to go south, and I never did follow through on it. Didn't push the button to make it go. And I just passed by a Tascadero, so maybe it woke up for Rod down there. Anyway, down south. Oh, why did it stop here? That's not where it was supposed to stop. Let's go down to 150. Okay, coming down your way. Ben, I'm hoping you're still there. I goofed up. I thought I'd rotated the antenna, and all of a sudden I had the Bay Area coming back to me here. And I realized I didn't push the button to make it go toward Bakersfield there. N6SWR in the group, K6MYC Bozo Net.
Yeah, I copy you, Mike. N6SWR here.
Oh, thank you. 247. You're sounding loud tonight.
Well, that's better than not being heard at all.
Yeah, we listened for you on 432 Thursday, but we heard nothing, and I had everybody running power for you, but maybe you weren't there, over?
Yeah, I wasn't there the other night.
Okay. Haven't heard Rob here this evening, so he is normally in there to pop in and say hello to you, but he hasn't showed up yet this evening. I think he's going to be here. I didn't remember anything that where he said he wouldn't be able to get on, so hopefully he'll be popping in here in a few minutes.
K6SRR.
Oh, there you are. KM6SR, say hi to Ben.
How you doing, Ben? N6SWR, KM6SR. Yeah, I was stuck over on the repeater radio for our net tonight and going between simplex and repeater, and kind of got messed up, over.
Roger, I understand it can be a daunting task sometimes.
And just side note, I finally worked South Dakota this morning, and I finally finished my worked all states.
And what band?
All of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, did you use all bands to work all states? Okay, good deal. Congratulations. Next thing you got to work on is all countries.
Yeah, well, we'll sneak up on that a little slower, maybe.
Well, you can get about 60 or 80 countries on a contest weekend if you play it right.
Oh, I know. It's getting better, and I'll work at it more diligently. I've been one of those people that just said, when it happens, it'll happen. And I saw the other day, last week I saw I was within 8 states of getting WAS, so I got off my butt and got it out of the way.
Oh, good. Very good. Congratulations there. Anyway, thanks for checking in. Good to hear you. And look for you hopefully this coming Thursday. Maybe you've got that 432. We're really thinking that, I think Bob said you made some improvements and raised the antenna here on this band. You seem to be much more consistent. And hopefully you're pointing where you should be pointing to get me the best and Rob the best. So maybe that'll help the 432 as well.
Yeah, I need to make a few more improvements, but we'll get it together eventually. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening. N6SWR.
Okay, very good, Ben. Anybody else down there? How about KG6BRG or KB6RQU at Lake Isabella? Lake Isabella's been missing lately. Over.
W6BBS 72.
I hear 72. Hi, Frankie.
Good evening, sir.
You're all finished up with your trash hauling today?
Yes, sir. And I'm whooped.
226 is here.
Good evening, Ken.
Yeah, good evening. WA60IB is here, and good evening to you up there, Frank.
Good evening, Ken.
Well, you're going to be amazed at the burning pile. We put 9 barrels of weeds on the burning pile between Judy and I. Over.
Roger. Sounds like I'd better make sure I got my torch on there when I come down.
Probably so. Some of it was dry. All of the grass is getting semi-dry, but there's some still that's going to be a little hard to start. But I think overall it should take off. There's a lot of dry leaves in there from the oaks. We worked the front yard, right in front of the front door and all across that front area there. And boy, it looks beautiful now, but a lot of weeds, man. Whew.
Central Valley.
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing here when I'm not at work. I've been, some stuff that I took down at the end of last year but hadn't drug up here yet. I'm dragging, like whole limbs off of oak trees and stuff like that up here, and brushing it up and burning it right here in the corner, back at the back, corner of the pad here, and making firewood out of the rest of it. So when I'm not busy doing something else, I'm doing that, continuing the brushing and the clearing around here before some kind of disaster comes through. Over.
Yeah, very good. Where are you pointed?
Basically pointed more or less at the Bay Area, and I can't rotate.
Oh, you cannot rotate. Okay. The boys in the LA area are asking for their, and let me just call them. I don't know who it was, W6PMD or whoever in the Southern California Bozo Net. This is Mike. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Bozo 47. Anybody there? Well, I hear Pat, but he's turned away now. Okay, comments noted, Frank, by the way. I just was hearing all the chatter underneath you, and I recognized Pat's voice.
Well, I tell you, it sure works, yeah.
Yep, roger that. Well, I've said everything I need to say. Carry on with the net, and I'll be sitting here listening. K6MYC in the net, W6BBS.
Going a lot further than that, so. It's strong. Good to hear you this morning. Everything okay?
47.
Hang on, Mike. all day, cutting down trees, splitting wood, cutting wood, so glad that's all over with. It's always good to have your family come and visit you. Listen, I'll break with you. I can hear the guys in Central Valley. Mike is trying to...
Quite a bit of noise coming from down there tonight.
Let me break with you and see if I can pick up Mike, okay?
I'm just waiting for Pat. He said, hang on.
He just called you, Mike.
He put down in the noise. W6PMD, K6MYC, Bozo 47. Go ahead, Pat. Ken, pick him up when you get done.
Right. W6PMD, WA60IB, and K6MYC, 47 and 226, over. What was that again? Yeah, 226, over. Yeah, and also, let's see, BBS is also in here, W6 BBS.
Whiskey 6, Bravo, Sierra, is that a Roger?
Roger, 72.
That's correct, number 72.
Roger, 72, we got you on in, so we got 226, 47, 432, and 72.
There you go, a clean sweep. Thank you, Pat, WA60IB.
Hey, don't go away yet, Pat. W6PMD, KM6SR, number 432, over.
He's already got you. Thank you, Pat. Good night.
Okay, thanks, Ken. Boy, he was good at first, and he just went down. And toward the end, I copied him again. But he went when you worked him. He was inaudible. I could tell he was in there, but no readability.
Yeah, he was actually pretty decent here. I was surprised.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Usually he hardly ever goes to the point where I can't get him. But that time he just took this massive deep fade, and then it came back when he was calling out the numbers and said 432, so I think he'd already heard Rob in here.
Right.
Okay, anybody else? I guess not. Okay. Now that I'm pointed right, I did call you in earlier, Rob, but Ben is on frequency. You might want to say hi to Ben down there, over.
Yeah, I did, Mike. We talked a little bit, and then he signed off, over.
Oh, he did, okay. Yes, I'm so tired I was falling asleep here. Really bad when you fall asleep on your own net, huh?
Yeah, it sounds like you've been working hard.
Yeah, I didn't get my nap tonight at all. Didn't get in time to get in the house in time to watch the news and fall asleep, so I missed my nap. Anyway, I'm trying to keep from doing it now. All right. Let's see who else we've got down there. Is there anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley or any place that hears me? Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee, Charlie in the Bozo Net. Over.
KJ6TYO 1009.
Hi, Ron. Good signal. 1009. Go ahead.
Well, good evening, everybody. And, well, Mike's probably the only one that can hear me, or maybe Ken and Rob and Aaron. But anyway, we just got the antenna hooked up direct, and that way, no duplexer, and we got a direct connect on the 2-meter beam.
Yeah, you're 10 over here.
That's good signal. I don't think it's any stronger that I could be sure of that you've had last week, but still very good. Over.
All right. Well, thank you, and you guys have a good evening, and thanks for letting me check in. KJ6TYO.
Good evening, Ron. KJ6TYO, KM6SR. Good to hear you in there.
Hey, thank you for checking, and if you don't guys check in, then there's no net, so I got to thank you, not me. All right, who else do we have? We must be 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 short down there in the San Joaquin K6MYC Bozo Net. Okay, let's see. We should probably try out Tascadero. I haven't heard Ron forever. Okay, Ron. Surprise me. W6QUI, W6 Queen Uniform Italy, W6QUI, or KN6EIV. Surprise me even more, Eric. K6MYC in the Bozo Net. Over.
Okay, don't fall off your chair there, Mike. W6QUI here. I just thought I better check in, let you know we still have electricity over here. And Eric has not got his antennas back up yet, so I guess I'll check him in too. Over.
Okay, we'll do that for him for a little more. Pretty soon we're not going to be able to do that. You know, his visa is going to run out.
Yeah, well, he's working on them.
Hello, Ron. Well, you sound good tonight.
Yeah, good evening. That sounds like Frank, maybe.
No, WA60IB.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Ken, yes. Okay. Well, good signals. I've been reading the mail most of the time. Yeah, when you were pointed the wrong way earlier, Mike, you were S9 plus over here. I don't know what direction you were, but it was good for me. Over.
Well, I was pointed at about 300 degrees, so I don't know what was going on there. Some kind of weird side bounce or something.
Good evening, Ron. W6QUI, KM6SRR.
Okay, good evening, Rob. Signal. Meters is always good over here from everybody.
You get that, Ron?
Roger. I was letting somebody else get in there. I doubled earlier, so I was trying to be minimal. Over.
Okay, but you do have to respond when the guy comes back to you. Okay. You're being over polite now. Anyway, how about you, Frank? Frank's pointed toward the Bay Area, and he can't rotate at the moment, so probably can't hear you very well, Ron. Anyway, great to hear you. And give Eric a jab with the pointy stick and tell him he's no excuse now there's no more rain.
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, he's got a lot of irons in the fire. And that's on the list, but he wants to put up a tower, but he's not quite sure where he's going to put it, so that's one of the drawbacks. Yeah, the wind took down his 2-meter stuff, and he's got to get a new mast for that if he's going to put it back up, temporarily anyway. Okay, very good. Good evening to everybody over there. And let's see, I hope to be here Tuesday, because I think I can make it. So, say 7 trees for now, W6QUI.
Okay, very good. And you tell Eric, if he asks the right people where to put the tower up, they will certainly tell him.
Probably.
Where the light doesn't shine.
Yep, yeah, I knew what that meant.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, I was trying to be polite. Anyway, good to hear you, Ron, and we'll look forward to maybe a possible contact with you on Tuesday. Everything's working normally here as best I can remember, as best I can tell. So maybe we'll have one of those better nights, and I can always go swing around and see if we can get some backscatter out of you to the east as well. Take care, my friend. W6QUI in Atascadero. Anybody else before we go into the Bay Area? K6MYC Bozo Net.
I don't know. Anybody else on over here? Yeah, Bill's awfully busy. He's very rare that he can even get on. So, I guess time it. Over.
Yeah, I guess you're it. And we've lost W6FM. He's passed away, has he?
Roger.
Oh, that's a shame. Now, what's happened? He had a very big station. Do you know what the results or what the outcome is going to be on how that estate is going to be handled?
Well, that's a good question. We were shocked to hear that apparently the family's handling it and they're basically treating it like a garage sale, and we were not informed even when they were doing that. And, you know, he was very active in our Paso Club over here, was president and everything else, so we're not sure what's happening there, but I suspect the stuff's gone.
No, that's too bad. It would have been nice to have it exposed a little bit more. I can't imagine that without some significant publication that the higher frequencies of VHF and UH stuff would go fast, because the people that want that stuff are so far and few between. Over.
Yeah, it was not publicized well.
Well, who knows? Sorry to hear that. We were hoping that some of that stuff would get into circulation in the Bozo groups.
Yeah, well, same with our local group here. Yeah, it was very, very strange how that was handled.
Well, I guess it comes and it goes, doesn't it? Okay, Ron, take care, and we'll see you on Tuesday night.
Roger.
And I'm going to go to the Bay Area now, looking for Scott in Monterey first.
K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100 is off somewhere as well.
1100. That would be Brittany. A6ZKA, right?
Yeah, Kilo 6, Zoe Kira Alice.
Wow, I lost you.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. It might just be what direction you're pointed right now.
Okay, this ought to be pretty close, but I didn't get much of that. Aaron, you got into a null somehow, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah. Okay, I can kind of hear myself through your radio now. But, yep. Yeah, Kilo 6, Zoe Kira Alice is the call, and, yep, I'm getting in here late because we did the club net on Simplex tonight, and that took forever, so. And I'm sitting here eating my dinner, so carry on. K6USY 1079.
Okay, I was just writing Brittany in there. K6 Zulu Kilo Alpha. We got it. 1100. It was a pleasure chatting with her the other evening. I know that one of these days you got to drag her to the club meeting, right?
She's been to a couple of them.
Oh, has she? I didn't know that. Okay. Well, anyway, thanks for doing the streaming again tonight, Aaron. I'm pointed toward the Monterey area, Monterey. I think pretty close to you there, Scott. WA6LIE. Wonder if anything happened for you over the weekend on 6. I heard a few people said there was some openings, but I didn't hear a damn thing. K6MYC calling WA6LIE and standing by. I guess we're standing by. Okay, well, we'll be standing by for a while for him if he comes in. Let's see, I think Tom is supposed to be back tonight, if I'm not mistaken, but he may not be, so let's see what happens. KW6S, KW6 Sugar, K6MYC calling and listing.
K6MYC, KW6S. Yep, I'm back and I'm here.
I'm glad you are, sir.
226, WA6OIB, KW6S. Sounding good there.
Yes, sir. It's good to hear you. Haven't heard you or talked to you since Visayas. You took off after that, I guess. So anyway, glad to see you're here. WA6OIB.
Good. Yeah, I was on the East Coast this week, and I'm back and ready to go again.
Okay, what were you doing on the East Coast again? Refresh my memory.
I was there for a friend's retirement party.
Oh, okay. Boy, oh boy, long travel for that, but hopefully it was a good one.
Oh, it was, and I got to watch her retire, but then I got a chance to see a lot of my friends from my work days and catch up and get the contact information that had kind of changed over the years, and it was a really good time. It was worth the trip.
That's good. It's sometimes sad to get home and realize that half the people you went to see aren't around anymore, and you don't get very much further than that. I was going through my contact list. My phone got damaged. I ran over it with the tractor mower about a month ago, just under a month. April 2, and boy, we've had a hell of a time getting anything out of it because apparently the password and the username were lost. I didn't know what they were because I didn't set the phone up, and we got those retrieved, and then they said, "Well, we're very sorry because you didn't put anything in the cloud. So if there's nothing that you can get off the telephone." Memory card, then you've lost everything, which I guess I did. So that was bad. Anyway, today I just got the contact list going, and I was going through the contact list, and it combined a bunch of names of people that my wife had in her original contact list that got forwarded onto mine and so on. Between mine and hers, it was at least 10 people that don't exist anymore out of less than 100, so that was kind of a shock, I guess. Anyway, that was my story, and I'm sticking to it. Maybe one of these days I'll have a phone again. So far, it's acting funny when you try to use Siri, and it's a very, very weak volume, and we may just have to give it up on this phone and transfer it over to a new one.
Yeah, I went through my contact list. There's a lot of people I have no need to contact ever again, and then, like you say, there's some that no matter how hard I try, I'm not going to be able to make contact with them again.
No, not for a while anyway, till you go up to the other side of the cloud. Over.
Right? Yeah, cloud memory, I guess.
Something like that. Okay. I guess we're all suffering from that, and me. I'm in this age where my friends that are my age or just a little younger or a little older are now almost all gone. It's amazing how fast they go. Anyway, luckily I'm still here, still pushing daisies up. Not pushing daisies up. Okay. Let's see, Tom, good to hear you. We'll look for you, of course, tomorrow on 222 and 12 and 6 meters. And hopefully Lee will be in there, at least one of those bands. And we'll see if Lee is here tonight. KB6 Lima Echo Echo K6MYC. Oh, no Lee tonight either. He missed last week also.
Did he check in on Wednesday night?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I'll thump him and see what's going on and see if I can encourage him to get on 432 and at least get back on 2 meters.
And again, he may have been here. I had a lot of check-ins on last Wednesday night on 2 meters. We had 42, 43 check-ins, so it was very busy. And I started out, I guess it was 432. I started out on the wrong foot. Couldn't get the rotator to work, and then the amplifier wouldn't come up. Both of those were brain farts on my account, and we got it fixed, and everything went fine, but I got a little bit slow start on it. All right. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow night, one way or the other. Let me move a little bit into the Bay Area here. We go in the low end of the Bay Area. We should hear Fred or somebody down here. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Bozo Net, Bay Area.
KB6BA.
Hi, Oliver. Great signal. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Beautiful day. It's getting warmer day by day slowly. Went for my long hike. And trying to get ready for my first major microwave operating event for the San Bernardino Microwave Society next weekend. And a lot of technical challenges, but that's what I've been up to. K6MYC, KB6BA 900.
Yeah, good. Well, good luck with the microwave efforts there. Boy, my days of fiddling around with microwave are over because it's just too hard to see, and I don't want to burden other people with that. But good luck with it, and hopefully you have many contacts and your equipment works as it should. That's always a big question mark when it's microwave stuff at 10 gigahertz. Is this going to turn on and work? I don't know how that stuff works up there. Do they use diodes? Anyway, okay. Good enough, Oliver. Thanks much for being there.
Visitors weren't available. Now, you can get amplifiers for a few $100s that give you several watts, so it's much better than it used to be. But yeah, there's so few operators, you don't know your rig is working unless someone comes back or unless you hear one of the local Bay Area beacons over.
Yeah, Roger. Have you got a few beacons on the UA and the microwave band?
Yeah, the Bay Area has a couple on 10 gigahertz and one or two in 24 gig and one in 47 gig. They sort of fail once in a while, so you have to keep maintaining them, but they're very useful over.
Oh, yeah, much more useful than any beacon that we've ever put up. Frank's got his running again, at least on 2 meters and 432, and the other two are coming along pretty quickly now. But those beacons are on now. I think last I heard he was running them 24/7. He's finally got some cooling in the shack, and he has enough battery power and sunlight to do 24/7 on the beacons, at least on 2 and 432. Is that correct, Frank?
No, we're still 7 in the morning till around 7 at night for the time being.
I haven't got an update, but thanks for that. I will follow up with him.
Okay. Yeah, Frank said he doesn't have them on the whole time now. I guess he just ran them one day to see if he could do it. But he's still running 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in the evening with the beacons so far, over.
Okay, I think you mentioned Frank. Where are these located, beacons located?
Well, they're in Corsco, just north of me, DMO 7. You want give him your grid square, Frank.
I'm also DMO 7.
I'll give him the other suffix. Last 2 digits there, or like I'm DMO 7 Delta Bravo. Yeah, I think you're DMO 7 Delta X-ray or something.
Delta Fox.
Delta Fox. There you go.
Okay, DMO 7 Delta Fox. I'll make a note of that. Thank you.
All righty. Very good, Oliver. Thanks much. Who else do we have in the Bay Area for checking into 2 meter Bozo Net? Over.
787.
787. Is that what I heard? Okay, Jimmy. KF6QCH. K6MYC. Good evening, Jimmy. Yeah, boy, you're weak tonight. I'm just barely copying you. The other night you were pounding in. Have you made any changes there? I just can't copy it. Anybody else can relay, please? Anybody else copying KF6QCH in the San Francisco area? K6MYC, over. Wow, Jimmy, nobody's hearing you, and there's nobody there. One or the other. Anyway, wait just a second. Maybe it'll come up. Don't go away. I'm going to call you back in just a minute. Let's see if the fade will clear up here. Okay, Bay Area, Bozo Net, K6MYC in the group, standing by.
November 5, November Papa Delta, Brett and Niman.
Yeah, hi Brett. November 5 to NPD. November 5, NPD. Brett. And now I'm going to say, why in the hell can't I remember your number? It's real high, isn't it?
1129.
Yeah, that's the last one, 1129. Knew it was a high one.
Yeah, I figure if you're pointing at the Bay Area, you're pointing at me, so here I am.
Yeah, no, you're good and loud. I recall you made a switch, or you did something the other day. We were switching. What were you switching between? A little one and a little one and a littler one.
Well, I had a vertical, and I have a switch in here, and I had forgotten to switch it over to the horizontal beam. That's what it was. So we were going between the two there. But I'm going to make some changes here this weekend to put a different one up and put a rotator on there so I can actually turn with the music here and move around a bit on that one. So and then I'll have a separate 70-centimeter one pointing towards Fresno.
Yeah, okay, very good. But you got the beam up and rotating this weekend. Is it going now?
No, it's going to go next weekend. I just put everything together and built the 2-meter beam that I'm going to put up and did all that and got everything prepped, but I just have to have some time, so I have to do it next Saturday. Over.
Yeah, okay. You got the 2M4.
Yeah, that's correct. The 2M4, and I put that one up, and I'll put that one rotating, and then the 70-centimeter, I don't remember what number it is. I want to say it had an SS in the item description.
Well, the SS stands for Starter Series, so it was probably a 432. God, I can't remember what the number is. Something SS with the Gemma match. Okay. Let's see. I was going to ask you a question about your 5 call. Where are you from originally, and how long have you been up here? Over.
Oh, I've been here in Central Valley all the time. I work in law enforcement, and my call sign is 5 Adam 2. So I just stuck with the 5 so that I don't mess up and say 6 when I'm working, because 6 is the sheriff's office call sign. So.
Okay. That makes sense. I was thinking you were some sort of a Texas boy or Oklahoma or something, but I wasn't getting any twang out of you.
No, I still have a little piece of property in Arkansas, and my kids and grandkids are all in Central Texas. I don't plan to move to Central Texas, though. But anyhow, that's part of my 5 series there. Over.
Okay. Well, thanks for the fill-in. That had me curious, because I just wasn't, 2 or 3 times that we have talked, I kept thinking, Man, he hasn't mentioned anything about where he came from in Texas. Usually those guys are real proud of it. Anyway, it makes perfect sense. So thanks for the explanation there. And I won't worry about the lack of a twang anymore. Good evening, Brett. Great to hear you calling in here. 5 PB NPD K6MYC. Well, give me your Bozo number. Hear you, Jim. Hang on. What was the Bozo number there, Brett?
I think he said 1129, Mike.
Yeah, he did. I may have even written it down. I can't remember. Okay, got it. 1129. Thanks, Brett. And
good evening, 73, 1129. I was just trying to chime in real quick.
Yeah, we got her. Thank you much. And I heard WB6J and N. I'm going to come back your way just a little bit, Jim. That might be a bit better. You were pretty thin. WB6JNN, K6MYC, Bozo Net.
Later with my daughter and then me again. So that's what's going on around here. So this is NYC,
Yeah, really funny fade. You popped right up real strong for about 3 seconds, and then you went right back down, but you ended up being Q5 when you went down. You weren't as far down as you were when you started. I couldn't even hear you when you first came back. My God, what weird conditions. You were so good the other day. Hard to believe. I don't know what could be causing this because it's fairly stable weather everywhere.
Operator error.
Oh, there you go. Now you're loud.
My beam aimed a different direction.
Oh, that always helps. I was hearing you in funny directions. I was getting peaks at places I shouldn't have. Over.
Had it earlier, and that's over on Umanum or somewhere over there. And I never put it back this direction. Here, 10 over 9 now.
Yeah, booming now. I was getting all kinds of funny peaks on you in the wrong directions. Over.
Yeah, I would think so. All reflections off the mountain.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, good to hear you. Did you ever get anything in the air this weekend?
Well, I had a good day yesterday. It was nice and calm in the morning, and I put one up and actually had about a 4-minute flight, powerless flight, because I got a nice thermal. Didn't go up too much, but it at least stayed up for a long time.
Oh, good.
Didn't want it to go up too much more because it was already up there pretty high.
Yeah, okay. Well, good. Glad you got a chance to do something that you like to do. And the weather was pretty decent. The winds we had here, we had a little bit of wind at one point of the day. It was very light. I think maybe got up to 5 or 10 miles an hour, but the rest of the day it was almost dead calm and no wind at all. And we weeded in the front yard off the front patio where we have a big covered pool table and so on. But that area is all surrounded by landscaping, and God, the weeds were 3 feet high in there. All the grasses from all the places around, grasses and thistles and a few other nasty things. But 6 barrels of weeds out of there today. Over.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that earlier on the live stream here. And yeah, I've been working on the yard as well. Yeah, I did plant some radishes in a pot, and I'm going to plant some other stuff in a pot, and then I have to go get some stuff over at Lowe's and get that planted. But I've got it down to about 4 to 6 inches all around the backyard now, so that's a lot better than the 1.5 feet it was last week.
Yeah, but your backyard is no bigger than my dining room.
true enough.
I don't know how big it is, but I'm kidding. Yeah, my backyard or my front yard is hundreds of feet long.
Yeah, I think you got a little bit on me there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do. All right. Very good, Jim. Good to hear you. And we'll certainly look for you tomorrow night on 222 and 6 meters if you can make it.
Yeah, we make decisions when we're young that we have to live with when we get older.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. Who else do we have in the Bay Area or otherwise? K6MYC Bozo Net.
711 K6QL again.
Okay, I got 711 and who else?
W6PQL.
KPQL and who else? Oh, might have been just you two. Okay, good evening, John. How are you doing? Let me shoot it to you quickly, and then we'll get it back up to Jim, who's already checked in, but is checking in secondarily at the end of the evening to probably help me out with some of the others. So what's up, John?
Just had concerts this weekend, worked at the X7 a bunch of times, and the 3G0 a couple of times, and that's about it. K6MI.
Well, at least you're working somebody. I didn't even get on the air except this morning on Long Path, Africa. We had a nice chat, and my God, the conditions were good. And it was so good that all the guys with 100 watts and a wire were checking in and working Long Path, Africa for the first time in their lives. They can't hardly work Japan, but we had them working Long Path, Africa, and they were just excited they were peeing their pants. Over.
Oh, that's really exciting. 40 meters?
No, 20.
Oh, and 20. Shot.
The Long Path into ZS1 and thereabouts. Over.
Good. Early in the morning?
Well, we started earlier than usual. The last couple of weeks, they started at 14:30. We usually start at 1500 or 8 o'clock local. But yeah, and they're good for hours. I don't think they drop below 10 over 9, and I got consistently 10 to 15 and 20 overs sometimes. Over.
Oh, that is really exciting. Okay, well, I keep monitoring 6, and I'll monitor the HF bands as I can. K6MI.
Thanks, John. I'm still monitoring 6. I had 6 on all day, but of course I wasn't in the house to hear it. I think I might have heard it if anything had been on 125 for any particular length of time. I would have heard some audio in there, but I just haven't seen any signals. I haven't even seen the FT8 stuff lately. It's almost like the antenna's broken, but I can hear the beacon, the K6ER beacon, or ERF, or whatever it is up there. ER, I guess. And Sausalito is the same strength as it's always been, so I'm thinking everything's working. I'm just not getting any propagation.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything else either. Yeah, I'll keep monitoring.
Alrighty. Good evening to you. Back over to you, Jim. Sorry to keep you waiting. W6 Papa Queen London and the group K6MY.
Well, it's okay, Mike. I just wanted to run a short experiment. You don't need to make a comment or anything. I'll listen to it on the live stream later. This microphone on the IC905 is a speaker mic, and it doesn't sound nearly as good, I don't think, as the one on the 9700. So I thought I would do this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. There we go. I've got the treble all the way up, and I think that might help. It's hard to tell when I'm listening on the headphones on the other radio. You know, there's all kinds of distractions that go on in the shack here, echoes and stuff like that. But the live stream will tell me what I need to know. That's it. Thanks for letting me back in. K6MYC W6PQL.
Well, I was trying to get you in with a little better signal. Let's see. The last whole transmission, you had flutter on it, so I don't know if you're going to be able to hear. But if you had asked me if I'd noticed any difference with the audio, I could say no, I don't hear any difference. But it was because of the flutter. I couldn't really go down that last 10%. Over.
Okay, well, all I did was add some treble, and the microphone may not have any treble. So adding treble with the radio may not help, but that's what I'll determine by listening to the live stream. So it'll be strong enough. If you heard me at all, it'll be strong enough. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, well, you're loud, but it's got this damn flutter in there. It's so horrible. It causes distortion. So hopefully you can get something out of it. If not, we can do it again on Wednesday or whenever you want. Over.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan.
Alrighty. All of a sudden, we've got flutter that normally is not on you. So it's a different thing all of a sudden. I wonder, Ed, are you in here this evening? WA6E AXX K6MYC. No Ed tonight. He must be at a concert. Let's see. I've got a few of the regulars and a few not. So let's see. WB6 WNI K6MYC.
Hey, Mike, do you copy WB6WNI?
Yeah, I copy. Yeah, fine. Go ahead.
Well, hey, Mike, we're still in the middle of dinner. I didn't realize how late it gotten, but there is still here. It was great talking with you on 40 meters, and we're just going to get back to the dinner. But, you know, once again, your signal is coming in just beautifully. K6MYC to AB679 1090.
1090. Thank you for reminding me. I couldn't remember it. One of these days it'll come to me. Okay, thanks, Gary. Go get your dinner. And, whoops. Let me do that differently. 1090. Okay, got it. Alrighty. Thank you much for coming in, and it was a pleasure to catch you on 40. We'll be back on 40 all week. Tuesday is an iffy day, but most other days we should be there, and I may be there on Tuesday as well, depending on how many others come in. But one of the guys that we like to talk to specifically up in Olympia, Washington, always has one work day. He's a quasi-retired psychiatrist, and he has clients for one day a week on Tuesday, so he's usually missing that day for some strange reason. Hard to diagnose tricky clientele patients' problems and get on the 40-meter band at the same time. There's something you can double time at and
No, exactly. I was just laughing here. It says, have a hard time being on the radio and eating. Can you imagine being on the radio and working with a client? Anyway, we'll maybe hopefully catch you on Wednesday, if not on 40 at K6MYC to AB679.
Okay, of course we'll be on tomorrow morning as well. I'm ready. 7-3. See you Wednesday on this band as well. WB6 WNI K6MYC. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please? Over. About KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Nothing from Mike tonight. Let's see, who else do we have over there that should have checked in? KD6 SOK should have checked in, but he didn't. And WA6AXX didn't check in. Did get KT2G, believe it or not, earlier in the evening. He was the first one. He's the first one on the list because I was headed wrong when QRZ Bozo Net. I thought I was beaming south, and I was beaming right into the Bay Area. So we do have Mark in there, but that's it. K6KLY, nobody? K6BBP? Boy. No K6ERF, SK, of course. We're to a sad note for Russ there. Okay, let's see. Let me go up to Lafayette, see if there's any response in Lafayette.
K6QR for the Martinez area is here.
Yeah, KE6QR. Good evening, Gary. And of course, we all are well aware of Russ's passing, a real shame. We're all saddened by that. Over.
Oh, no. I had no idea. I've been gone for the last 3 weeks. What happened to Russ?
I don't know. I was waiting to hear from Gary. Not Gary, but Dennis. Dennis told us about it, and then he was going to call back and find out what it was that actually happened, because it came out of nowhere. It was about a week ago now, just about a week, maybe 1 day less. And he just passed away. And we're all just stunned. Over.
What was his last check-in on the Bozo Net?
Well, I can't remember exactly. He didn't miss, well, he did miss a couple of nets the week before, but he'd been in pretty reliably up till a couple of missed nets, but I don't think he was sick or anything. He was just busy with the family, with all that stuff moving in and all that stuff. Over.
Okay. Well, I'm really sad to hear that. Okay, anyway, I've been away on vacation, and actually, I was pretty close to your area for a couple of days there. I was doing a volunteer electrical work at a church camp up at North Fork, which is just above you there. I think it's on Road 225 or something like that, Sierra Pines Camp. Have you ever heard of that place?
Yeah, it's somewhere up that way. Yeah, you're not too far from us there. And, yeah, well, it sounds like you had a good time. Unfortunately, you missed, yeah, it was a real shock to us all that Russ passed away so unexpectedly. You know, it wasn't like he had a long, drawn-out illness or anything like that where you're kind of waiting for the news to come. But this was just wham out of the blue.
Hey, I told you. How did you find out?
I think Dennis mentioned it.
Okay. All right. Well, we're checking in, and sure sad to hear about that. Anyway, have a good night and take care.
Okay, and you're it from now on, I guess, up in that direction. So try to be as consistent as you can be. I know you're due anyway. Thank you, Gary. Good evening to you. KE6QR. K6MYC, clear and going over to N6RO.
Just a quick question. Should I check in when you call for the area, or are you still going to say Martinez area?
Just a quick question, but I missed what the question was. Repeat it one more time. You were down and all over.
Yes, now that Russ is gone, are you still going to call for the Martinez area, or should I just check in with the area?
Yeah, I hear you saying something about Martinez area, but I just can't get the question here. So all of a sudden you're in a big, deep null. So I'm sorry I can't. Is anybody else copying Gary for a relay?
Okay, no problem. We'll catch you later next time. KE6QR.
Okay, try it now. You're up a little bit. Go ahead. One more try, Gary.
Yeah, since Russ is gone, are you still going to call for the Martinez area, or should I just check in when you say the area?
Well, I didn't call for the Martinez area. I called for Lafayette because Russ is gone. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, when should I check in? What will I be looking for now in the future?
Oh boy, I'm sorry. You're down again. I just can't dig it out. If you speak real slow, I could get it, but just unless it's important, let it go, and we'll catch you maybe on Wednesday or Thursday. Over. Yeah, it's just gotten terrible all of a sudden here. 73, Gary. Okay. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
N1PPP.
Oh, hi, Dave. N1PPP and probably KA6OSX, K6MYC. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, we got Kent tonight. All is good.
Oh, very good. How about RCM?
He's not here tonight.
Okay. Very good. Well, good to hear you. Did you know K6ERF passed away?
Yes, I did. I was talking to Dennis about it.
Okay, I thought you might have heard through Dennis. Okay, very good. We don't know what happened yet. Dennis was going to tell me. He broke back in, but then he couldn't stick around, and I couldn't get to him. I was trying to get through the Bay Area net gripe, and it was so busy. And I never did find out what the actual cause of death was. But did you have any idea? Oh, I guess you've lost me now. I was looking. I'm sorry, I doubled with you. Try it one more time, Dave. Over. Okay, no copy at the moment. I guess you're not hearing me. Not copying my 1500 watts, huh? Well, and maybe 1600 watts. Does that do it?
I'm getting you now. You're coming back a little bit.
What was the cause of death? Did Dennis tell you?
No, I never did hear that.
Okay, well, that's still a question mark because it was so unexpected. He wasn't suffering anything that I know of in terms of an illness, so he must have just had a shock or a bang heart attack, and that was it. What a shame. All right, thanks, Dave, and I'll look for you tomorrow night on 222. Do you still have 222, right? God, the band's up and down. You still have 222, Dave?
Dave, do you still have 222 relay? KE6QR relay. He's gone.
What did you say, Gary? He does or he does not?
Oh, he's not talking to me either now, so he's out of it.
Okay, so he will not be there. Is that it?
He will be up tomorrow night on 222 relay. Yeah.
Okay, I can't tell yet whether he has it or he doesn't. Does he have 222? Give me Rogers or negative. Over.
Roger.
Okay, we got it now. God dang, band is fighting us here. Sorry about that, Gary. Thank you for the relay. KE6QR with N1 PPP in the group, K6MYC. All right. N6RO, where are you? W6 Sugar Whiskey, where are you? Oh, I don't know what's happened to Steve up there. I don't know whether he's gone away or whether he's rebuilding the station or he's out of the country or what. I thought he was going to be out of the country for a little while, but not a month. So we'll have to just keep checking in until we hear something on him. If anybody has any news on W6 Sugar Whiskey, I'd appreciate it. Over. And nothing heard again. Okay, Sacramento, here we go. Okay, KJ6KFB, K6MYC. KO6KD, Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Delta, over. KO6KD, K6MYC. Okay, how about KR6MR? Let me get up your way a little bit more, John. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Good evening, Mike and the group. KR6MR, Bozo 759. I have no idea where Bill or Darren are at it. I have not heard them tonight. Over.
Okay. Well, that's odd. Yeah, Bill didn't check in, I think, on Thursday night. I don't know if he was there Thursday night. I don't think he was there on any of the HF nets, and he wasn't there on the weekend either, so I was getting concerned that he's really sick. Have you heard him at all over the weekend?
No, I have not been on the radio this weekend.
Okay. Well, we'll just keep an ear out. KO6KD, Bill, are you listening? Okay, nothing from Darren either. But maybe we'll catch him on the way back. I'll go to Nevada in a few minutes, and then I'll come back and stop in Sacramento one more time. Let me see if I can hear Redding, Charlie November 80, K6MYC. How about it, Rich?
Yes, good evening there, Mike. 86 shortwave, Reading, number 145.
Well, hi, 145. Quite a nice signal. KD6SW, K6MYC. Hopefully it'll hold up. The other day you faded down and I lost you. I mean, I didn't lose you. I could hear you in there, but I couldn't copy anymore. And that's usually, we don't have that kind of a deep fade for a long time on you guys. Anyway, I guess, did you get any rain over this last weekend?
I think we did. I don't really know. I know the feed bucket out in the back where the llama jeep had some water in it, so I gather, yeah, they probably did. But you know what? I don't get up until the break of dawn, like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, okay. We didn't get any here, but it did rain around us up in Waterford near Modesto. They got 7/10 of an inch, and I think Frank and W6BBS and Course Gold just north of me got 1/4 of an inch, but I didn't get any here, so I thought you guys might have gotten at least 1/2 or an inch or so, but who knows? It obviously didn't register on your on your scale there. Hi. Let's see if Jerry's in here. JO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6 Hotel Sierra, K6MYC. How about it, Gary?
Roger, JO6HS 230 on the air here. Got the signal here tonight. Might be getting out 6 and 7, so hopefully we'll have that over.
Yeah, not bad. You're about Q4, only because there's some QSB that takes out a word or two now and then. But pretty good signal, Jerry. Good to hear you. And maybe you can answer the question if you guys got any rain or not over the weekend, over?
Roger, we did. We got a little bit. It was very, very spotty, though. Very, very spotty. But my report a little bit here, just a little bit, just enough to make things damp. And that was about speak of, but it was very, just a little bit here and there, and that was it. Over.
Okay. You started to go down on the noise for me, but I guess you got a little bit of rain. I'm just gathering that from what I pieced together from your note or your comments there. Pretty poor conditions, and then on top of everything else, all of a sudden my noise hasn't been any problem at all for me tonight. And lo and behold, as soon as I get a hold of you guys, I get noise from my inverter friend down the road here. It's really starting to buzz now. It's taking off really bad. It's open now. Sometimes it quits and then it comes back, and about the time you start talking, it comes back. Take it one more time, and then you can turn it to Rich for a final. KO6HS, K6MYC, and the group, over.
Roger. Yeah, he dipped down there, took a good fade on me, but I'm going to blame Rich on this. He's not paying his portion of the propagation bill, and so as soon as we start talking, it goes down and goes away. I can't do anything about that. I'm keeping up my end, but some people's neighbors out here. All right, we'll turn to Rich and see if he's got some last fine words for me here. KO6HS, over.
Solid copy that time. Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, okay. Signals are coming back up again. Yeah, apparently we had some pretty good rain, though, over the last few months, though, because I think Shasta's up to about minus 6 feet or so, right about in there. Enough to call it full. 73. Hopefully I can get to you on 6 meters, but have not had any luck there at all. KD6SW, ready.
Okay, and we've been trying, too. We've been calling on over a long enough period. I try to stay in that direction for a long time, so should take care of some long-term fades or stuff like that, but so far just no luck at all, damn it. Okay, well, let's hope for better luck tomorrow on 6 meters, Rich. 73 for now, and good signals here most of the time tonight. 86 Sugar Whiskey and KO6HX. Thanks again, guys. K6MYC clear, and looking for anybody else in the Sacramento area.
Hey, Mike, WA6LOL.
Yeah, hi, Dave. Big signal. Go ahead.
Yeah, how are you? So anyway, just listening to the net, and everything conditions don't seem to be. The other night, I could hear almost everybody a little bit, but I'm not hearing many people tonight, so I guess conditions are a bit off.
96, KE6ILX.
Holy cow. Can I fall over and KE6ILX? Well, howdy, bud.
Hey, well, you're sounding real good here. I'm just in my truck, barefoot with 991 and the single loop on top of the truck, and but you're holding in there the whole time mostly.
Oh, wonderful. Jeff. That's right, Jeff?
Yeah.
I just want to be sure. It's been so long. I almost didn't believe what I was remembering there. Well, great to hear you, and hopefully you'll be able to get some stuff back up in the air here. I know you've gone through some tough weather conditions there and maybe some other tough times. We don't know. You can give me a quick fill-in. You're copyable from the truck, SQ5, no problem. And then we'll get it back into the loop. But what a pleasure hearing you after all these years. Happy New Year, my friend. KE6ILX in Grass Valley, more or less, K6MYC.
Yeah, no, it's just the original property owner, when he split these properties up, he maliciously moved the property line, moved all the official stakes to the north, so I didn't do anything out of the ordinary, and all of my inspections and everything when we got the property all said that's where the property line was, and my trailer was, it was a trailer, so it was on the edge of the setback. Well, the new property owner came in, resurveyed, and the very tail end of the trailer was over the property line, and they went hog wild at the county and had me just take everything out and down, and took me a while to get into court, and I ended up with about 20 feet of their property on that side after it was all done, so I'll be back in business shortly.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to go through that. I know it's that stuff happens with these old property lines. I've had a property line dispute when I got in here, but it wasn't a dispute really. It was just a recognition, and we've sort of resolved it over the years.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it finally worked out, and I have more property than I had before. Anyway, so I am just in the truck, barefoot, 50 watts. I'll have the amplifiers back in the vehicle here. It's a different truck for me, a newer truck to me anyway, an F-150. So I got the 991, and I listen to HF Live. I hear you guys on occasionally. So anyway, I'll jump in there more, and we'll be back around. KE6ILX here, Grass Valley, Charlie Mike 99.
Yeah, great, Jeff. Great to hear you. I can't tell you, you made my night here, because we were so worried about you. Has everything been okay family-wise, financially, and how are your kids doing in college and all that stuff, over?
My oldest daughter, she's graduated out working in health services. My son, he's also working in health services. He's back up here. And my daughter, Olivia, who's in the Navy, she finally fully graduated. Takes 2 years of schooling, so she is a certified operator for nuclear submarines to operate the power plant. And she will be heading to Washington State, where she'll be on the SS Ohio for its final tour before they retire it. And then my youngest one in high school, finally, she's a freshman, and my other daughter, Emma, she's doing great too. So that's a rundown. We'll let you keep moving on. KE6ILX.
Well, thanks for the quickie rundown, but I'm glad everybody's doing well. You're one of your gals that went into the nuclear sub lady now is she went to Naval postgraduate school, right?
No, it's their whole schooling process back in South Carolina. She is just graduating the final thing. She's fully certified now to operate the nuclear power plant on a submarine, and her actual last graduation is here in 3 or 4 days, and then she's headed out to Washington State, like I said. So that's a done deal.
Wow. Okay. Well, congratulations, Pops. You done good, you and the wives. All righty, sir. Take care, and we'll look for you as soon as you can get back in here on whatever band. Did you know that we are live streaming all the Bozo Nets now on every band? Live streaming. Go to Bozo Nets, Nets, bozonets.com. go down below the preamble where it says live streaming, and then click on that. You'll go to a YouTube page with a clown, with a Bozo the Clown, and then click follow your nose from there. It should be easy. You want live streaming but we also have, you can call up archived live streaming also if you wanted to do that. But everything is archived. But the live streaming is, of course, when we're on here from 7:30 to whenever we're done. It's on every band, 6 through 1296. So you might find that interesting. 73 Jeff, KE6ILX, K6MYC. Give me your Bozo number. Oh, you did, 96.
Yeah, and I was listening. I found that, and I was listening in the house, and when I heard you getting close to this area, I wandered out to the truck, because I at least have the 50 watts in the truck. But my hilltop gets down the valley pretty good, so I'm glad it's holding in there.
Yeah, no fading to speak of. I mean, if it's been any fading, it's been so minimal that it didn't bother you. You're above the noise under any circumstances, so the QTH is always working good for you there. Thanks again, my buddy. Hey, what a buddy. And I'm so happy to hear you in here, really. We'll be so anxious to get you on. We've lost a lot of people, and we, by them passing away, and we didn't want to lose you to attrition or whatever else could happen there. KE6ILX, K6MYC 73.
73.
Okay, wonderful. That was the surprise. How about Bill, KO6KD? Bill, are you here yet?
Yep, just getting here a little late, but I'm here, and KO6KD 776. Very nice to hear Jeff in there. And also, if you can, Darren checked in with me here a little while ago and said he would not be around tonight. If you could check Darren in over.
He is hereby checked in. Got Darren checked in, and good to hear you. Did you listen in this morning on the 20-meter net?
Yeah, you were unbelievably busy. Good propagation. Heard you pretty well. Heard Anthony really good. The guys in Africa were good. But you just had lots and lots of people checking in, and of course I'm not able to say anything because nobody will hear me.
No, everybody hears you. You're louder than most. Believe me, your station works better than most of the guys that checked in there. Those guys were running, some of the guys running a kilowatt in a vertical, but that's not much of a station. So, you would have been, we did stand by for you once or twice, but it was so busy that I knew you, if anything, you were just, didn't want to get into that middle of that fray. It was fun. It was great. I mean, nobody seemed to mind it, but boy, it was just too many people coming and going so quick. Over.
Well, no, see, my ICOM 7700, the transmitter is no longer working. I have no transmit power.
Oh, okay. I thought. Well, I didn't hear the end of that. You were talking with another guy, and he was helping you troubleshoot it, but I guess he determined that he thought it was something wrong with your ALC circuit, though.
Yeah, and so it's going to sometime have to get sent up to ICOM to have them work on it. But figuring the shipping up and back and then the cost of the repair, that's going to be probably close to $1,000. And I don't have it, so it's not going to get fixed.
Well, we tried to get you hooked up with the one that Phil has up there. Phil's offered to give you his radio. Just got a matter of getting it down to you. Over.
Right. That's. I understand that. I've got I have an old backup radio. It's an old Yaesu FT2000, and so I'm going to try. It's only a 100-watt radio, but I want to. It's just a case of getting the energy and everything else. I'm not feeling real well, and it's been real busy around here this weekend. So I haven't got the radio pulled out and it's moved around, but I'm going to try to bring it online and see if I can get all the interconnections and everything all set up for that. And if that's the case, then at least I'll be back on the air with the Yaesu. Over.
Yeah, okay, good deal. All righty. Else, maybe we can figure out somebody that's going up to Washington driving up to Washington, and we could put that rascal in the car, at least get that part of it taken care of.
Yeah, that'd be great if somebody would hand deliver it. That'd be real nice. But anyway, all right, I will not be on 222 tomorrow since I do not have any way of powering the 220 radio, the transmitter. So anyway, I'll get out of the way. 7-3 for now, and everybody else on the net, KO6 Kitty will, if I can get things moved around, I'll see you in the morning. If not, then we'll try to, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll try to check in at some point.
Okay, well, we'll be there in the morning. I'm thinking about kind of bypassing Tuesday because, you know, as always, Bob's not going to be there, but then coming back on Wednesday. So we can make Tuesday an iffy day, and if we feel like it on Tuesday, we can be there. But if you're not ready to go or whatever, it's better that we let it go. I always got stuff to do here now, and with Judy in the house, it takes a little bit more effort to get in the shack in the morning. Anyway, so what about 6 meters? Is the FT2000 or whatever you said it was a half-ass 6?
Yes, the 2000 does have 6 meters. It will not be, of course, I'll be down by 3 dB. I'll only have 100 watt rather than 200 watts. But at any rate, if you can hear me, you can hear me. So, anyway, we'll see how that goes. It's just a simple case of, you know, these radios are pretty darn heavy, and I just haven't got a whole lot of get up and go anymore. So I'll see if I can't get these things moved around and get everything plugged in, and try to make sure that I get all the wires going in the right direction. and hopefully I'll be around at least for the 6 meter net tomorrow night then.
Okay, yeah, super. Well, I'm sure you can figure it out and see if you can't get that at least accomplished, even if it sits on the bench on the side there. But you know what you've got to do to make it happen. And I'm sharpening my pointy sticks, Bill, just for you. Over.
That's right. That's right. That's what it takes to get me going.
Okay. Well, it was. I think it's worth the effort to get that rascal going and keep you on the air here. You need that, if nothing else, as a diversion. Okay, good to hear you. Thanks for checking Darren in, and we'll look for you in the morning or tomorrow night for sure. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Roger, 7-3 is KO6KD.
Okay, and I don't hear anybody else breaking in. Ken must be have gone back in the house eating dinner or something. Because he normally pops in and says hello to you, but he has been quiet for several better part of an hour here. Got a strange net here. I'm still collecting a lot of people, but it's different people. All right. I hear a CW in the background, so the boys up in Nevada are getting edgy. It's 9 o'clock here, or close to it. All right. How about AJ6 Queen Lima, AJ6QL, George, you there? Anybody else for the Bozo Net? We got to get back to you, Dave. I'm not ignoring you, but just hold. I'm trying to wipe out the Sacramento area first. K6MYC. Okay, we're also looking for WB6GGY. Hopefully Phil will get in here tonight. But let me shoot it over to you, Dave. WA6LOL, K6MYC. WA6LOL, K6MYC. Well, hopefully he didn't get pushed out of shape by me spending so much time with Jeff, but it's been a couple of years since we had Jeff in here. And that has to happen. You got to spend time getting caught up with a very prominent member of the Bozo group here. Well, he'll be back. Got him logged in anyway. Anybody else before I go to Nevada? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie.
N6RO.
Oh, N6RO, a day late and $1 short, but we'll take it. Even though I'm not pointed at you. Good evening, Ken. How did it go this weekend?
Well, didn't do any contesting, but
I got a new toy here, Icon 705 that I've been learning how to work, and we may actually use it on VHF one of these days, but right now I got it set up on HF. Here's the story on the 432 antenna. It's an open circuit, so we got a problem with the block, and I think there. Nothing we can do about it until we get the new tower up and take down the mast, and then we'll fix it.
Okay, why don't you call Robert and tell him that send him a new driven element for that under warranty, okay?
Oh, well, thank you. It takes a whole new driven element?
Well, it's in the block. He just needs you to send you the block and the pieces with the 2 pieces of 1/8-inch rod sticking out. That's really all he needs to send you. Yeah, have him just send that part of it. You've got the shorting bars, you've got the other half of the element, you've got the ballon and all that stuff. That should be fine. Just have him send you a new one and tell him if he has any questions to talk to me, but it should be a replacement under warranty, over.
Okay, well, that's great. We're at least solved the problem, and we'll be using a little LPDA on 432 until we get everything going again.
Yeah, Roger, well, it's pointless. I mean, you didn't have that long enough you could have done any damage to it, so it was something that probably just broke somewhere along the line. Whether a windstorm broke it or not, it shouldn't have ever happened. Not this quick in its lifetime. And those things last for years and years. I've got them up for 20 years now with that same construction. The one I'm talking to you on is built that way. So, and it's been up there for a long, long time in a much worse environment than you've got at 107 feet. It's not a 432, but it's 2 meters, but they're all the same. The inside of the block is all the same, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to fix it. I had another question that it escaped me. Spacing between a 2-meter Yagi and a 432 Yagi on the same mast. Somebody said they interfere with each other.
Well, they do to a degree. I mean, you can't put them 18 inches apart, but if you can get them 3 or 4 feet apart, you shouldn't have any issues, and further is always better, over.
Yeah, I think depending on the mast we use, we can get them 8 feet apart.
Oh, well, that's way, way further than you need to. They won't see each other at all. Yeah, they do interfere with each other, but you got to have them almost clustered one on top of the other, over.
Yeah, right. Well, the primary antenna will be the 432, and it'll be near the top. Maybe the 1296 will be on top, and the 2-meter on the bottom, because that's an auxiliary antenna, because we still have the big 9-element up on the 40-meter. Anyway, that's what we're up to here, and I'm enjoying my new little cute toy. It's the teeniest radio I've ever seen.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Nice little toy. It's too bad it only puts out about 5 watts or 10 watts or something, because it does have a lot of features. A lot of people like them. It's just that they're hard to hear. Yeah, I'm really running a wire in a 705.
Well, I'm not a QRP guy unless it's a QRP contest, and nobody uses anything more than QRP. Our primary use for it is going to be trying to find a line noise, the PG&E generated noise. And we've got 4 different sources in all directions. With the visual display and the audio, I think we're going to do a better job of getting a pole number so that we can get the damn noise out of here.
Yeah, well, that'll be helpful, and I think you'll have fun with the little radio in the meantime. You may have a couple of amplifiers that'll drive reasonably well, and you can have PQL modify the amp so you could drive it with 10 watts, over.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably experiment with that once we get all the antennas straightened out. Yes, it will drive the big PQL on 2 meters and the 432 Pico, so that's in the future.
Yeah, okay. Because all those have attenuators. The transistors, the LD Mosses have about 23, 24 dB of gain, and you really got to swamp it a little bit to keep it under control. So they drive nicely with 5 watts if you don't have any attenuation in there.
Yeah,
I tested the just using the 9700 to see what 10 watts drive would do, and I got about 700 or 800 watts out.
Yeah, so that'd be plenty if you wanted to play that way. Nobody's going to know the difference for most of the stuff over.
Oh yeah, I've never really run up 2 kilowatts with the PQL, mainly because it falls back with an SWR that we can't get any better than 1.4, but that's enough to keep it under 1200 watts, which is more than we need.
Yes, it is. Okay. Well, anyway, call Robert. I'm going to call Robert too in the morning, and if you beat me to it, and Robert doesn't know anything about it, just tell him I said it should be sent to you under warranty, just the driven element for the 432 antenna, just the block end of it, the driven element portion. And then tell him to call me, because I got to talk to him about 2 or 3 issues. We've got some viruses on one of the computers up here, and I'm not sure how to handle it. So I got to call him. So if you get to him before I do, tell him that Mike wants to talk to him as well. Over.
No, I think it's best that you talk to him first, so he knows what I'm talking about when I call.
He'll know what you're talking about. Just tell him that Mike said that you need to have a new driven element that's in warranty, easily in warranty. You just barely got the thing up, and it crapped out right away. It's been bad for a long time already. And it's such a hassle for anybody to change those things. It's just not fair to you to have to fight that.
It was the same thing. It happened during the heavy rains a month and a half ago, and that's what led me to a wrong conclusion. So thanks for the hint on doing a ohmmeter check.
Yeah, well, I just thought of it. I thought of it. That might be a quickie way, and obviously it panned out for you. I was hoping that it would be a dead short, but it wasn't, so we know what's wrong now. It's simple. You diagnosed it yourself. It's amazing what you can do with an ohmmeter.
My friend.
Yeah, I was double with you. I said it's amazing what you can do with an ohmmeter solving big antenna problems.
Oh, yeah. And I've also got an analyzer which really painted a very strange spectrum analyzer paint of the antenna in its present state compared to what it used to be. Anyway, when it's good, it really gets out.
Yeah, well, it tells you got a bad VSWR, but you don't know exactly what is causing that. And this short ohmmeter check tells you right away, bang, you're done.
Roger. Well, right. We'll fix it, and glad for your help.
Right. Take care, Ken. Thanks for popping back in here, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Hey, N6 Radio, Oscar, K6MYC.
WB6JNP.
To check in tonight, I was watching a special on TV, and I got engrossed in it. Anyway, see you on the other bands tomorrow, N6RO.
Roger, 7-3. Good evening, Dane. WB6JNP, Course Gold. Go ahead.
Yeah, K6MYC, WB6JNP. Yeah, just was watching a show on an old news event, and kind of interesting, and I thought, gee, the band's quiet, and the reason was I was down on 200, so came in, and there you were. Anyway, all is well. We're headed to Stockton on Tuesday. So I will be portable from Tuesday about a week later.
Okay. Very good. I was regurgitating my phone here, and I think we have your name right, but your last name Walker?
QSL.
Okay. Well, I had a Dane Walker in there, but, I don't know many of my buddies by their last name. And I thought that was correct, but I wanted to be sure. I know a couple of Danes. There's a couple of fellows that have worked this for me over the years, and I thought, well, maybe that's why I had a Dane in there. But then, wait a minute, Dane Walker. I know who Dane Walker is. I believe that was your... So there you go. Okay, good. Well, you're in my phone book now anyway, or in my phone log, or my contact list, whatever you want to call it. Now we just have to make the rest of the phone work. Anyway, thanks for checking in here, Dane. Good to hear you. Let me move along here. I'm late for the Nevada boys now. Over.
QSL. Yeah, I'm the 310 area code, Dane. So anyway, we shall catch you tomorrow night on 6. Anyway, K6MYC, WB6JMP 107, course code DMO 7.
Yeah, gotcha. And we'll look forward to tomorrow night on 6, and then your future check-ins from wherever you could be.
Yeah, it's going to be River Point Landing Points, or Port Stockton.
Yeah, okay, that should be a piece of cake. No dirge in the way on that one.
Well, let's hope not.
All right, not unless somebody drops a bucket load in front of you. All right, let's see. Anybody else while I point in this direction? K6MYC Bozo Net before we go to Nevada. How about LOL? Are you back? LOL isn't back. Anybody else? K6MYC before we go to Nevada. Nothing heard. Here we go.
Yeah, I heard Larry in there earlier, Mike, KM6SR.
Okay, on CW?
No, he actually called in voice when it was kind of a pile-up, over.
Okay. I didn't hear him, but I might have heard him but didn't recognize him. All right, let's see if he's in there now, but I'll log him in anyway. Larry and 6N7WT or anybody else? How about KE7EQL, K7SUN, KJ6 India X-ray? Anybody? Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie, Bozo Net.
November 7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT 657, over.
Yeah, thank you, Larry, for being patient with me. I heard your CW, and I guess Rob heard you on sideband earlier. So we would have had you checked in had you had to go away, but I appreciate you sticking around, over.
Yeah, okay, just usually I don't stamp this place, but I was just, nobody else here with Richard gone, and I don't know if Daniel got there or not. You might give me a call. It's 7WT.
Okay. Well, I don't hear Daniel in there, but I think he's got, well, I thought he had 2 meters. I get confused on which antennas he's got on the roof now. Anyway, Daniel, if you're in there, come on in and say hello. KE7UQL, K6MYC.
Okay, I'll say hello. Here it is K7UQL, over.
Yeah, there he is. Good evening, Daniel. KE7UQL. A little weak tonight, but maybe I'm not pointed far enough for you here. I'll go a couple more degrees here, maybe. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, good to hear you. KE7UQL, pick it up, K6MYC.
Roger, I'll give you a listening report. Jeff, KG6ILX, was audible at my location tonight. He was in there for most all of his conversation, just a bit watery at times, over.
No, I'm sure he'll be good to hear that. He was running 50 watts to a whole loop in his mobile, over.
Roger, just amazing. I was real surprised to hear him. Glad he's back, over.
Yeah, he's got a great location there in Grass Valley. So it's a good location. He'll be really loud on all the bands, and he has all the bands. He has got every band, so we'll hear him on every band like you have, over.
Roger, roger. Okay, wonderful, wonderful news tonight. KE7UQL.
Yeah, it's really good to get Jeff back. He was fighting a legal battle on the property. Apparently, another landowner next to him illegally moved some of the I don't know why he would do this, but he moved the surveying buttons that they're legally placed by legal surveyors, and you really aren't allowed to touch those. I'm sure that there's a fine that should be associated with that. But he moved the property lines by doing that, and of course then all hell broke loose, and part of Jeff's trailer house was over the property line. So that's what he was fighting. You probably caught all that. Anyway, a terrible situation, but that part of it got him wrapped up for a long time, and he couldn't do anything, and he was fighting. He had to fight that through before he could get out back on the air again. It's good to have him back. Thanks for you being in there, too. Good to have you, and I guess we will not see you on 222 unless you've made miracles happen there, over.
I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow and Wednesday. And then after that, I take everything down and I'll go ASAP for the weekend, over.
Yeah, okay. I got it. All right, we'll look for you on 222 tomorrow then, Larry, and so you'll have somebody else to check in with tomorrow. I don't know, is there anybody else here? KJ6IX, are you here, Dale? Do you hear him, Larry? Does anybody hear KJ6 India X-ray?
Well, I can call it for you. KJ6 India X-ray, KE7UQL, over. No response, Mike.
Okay, I'll assume he is not there, and it must be so far down Larry is not copying me at the moment. I'll say 73s, guys. 73 to you and Larry, and we'll catch you tomorrow night on 222. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. KE7 UQL with M7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC, clear and going back to Sacramento for one last try.
Roger, KE7 UQL 73.
73.
7WC 73.
73, Larry. Okay. About K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6WIS, Paul. K1YQP, AJ6 Queen Lima, WA6LOL, KW6T. Anybody else in the Sacramento part section or beyond? K6MYC Bozo Net. Okay, nothing heard. I think we're done, guys. You want to try for Eddie in Porterville, Rob?
Yeah, sounds good, I guess. Do we have anybody in the Bay Area you wanted to pick up? I know Ed wasn't there, over.
Well, Ed will check in because he can hear me anywhere. He would have checked in if he came back. He's probably out to some concert or something.
All righty, going down that way.
I'm rotating as well. I guess Ken came in and checked out very quickly.
Yeah, I think he's got surgery tomorrow, so he's probably got to get to bed early tonight, over.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about the surgery thing. Okay. Any idea what's going on there?
Not real clear. Didn't say much to me, over.
Yeah, he is holding it tight to his chest. I don't think it's as simple as a hernia.
Well, you know, a lot of us don't like to advertise what we're doing in the personal life, so I understand there, over.
I understand. I can just be more specific in my prayers if I know what's wrong.
KE7 BK, or excuse me, KE6 BK. Eddie, you on tonight for 2 meter Bozo Net? K6MYC and KM6SR, standing by.
KM6SR and K6MYC, KE6BK.
How you doing, Eddie? Good to hear you there. I wasn't sure you were going to be on tonight, over.
Yeah, I was getting a little tired there. Almost turned it off about 5 minutes ago, but I said, nah, they'll be over here in a little bit, so just waiting around.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a slow start, and I didn't get over here right away either because the local club net was a simplex tonight, and boy, did that take a long time, over.
Oh, yeah, Rogers on that. Yep, that can happen.
Anyway, good evening at EK6MYC. Thank you for sticking around.
All right, Mike, good to hear you guys. You guys take care. Have a good week. We'll see if we can catch you on Wednesday night there.
Okay. Thanks very much, Rob. Over to you. Thanks very much, Eddie. Over to you, Rob.
Okay, Eddie. Yep, good to hear you in there. We'll probably talk to you tomorrow night on the Aries net there. KE6BK, KM6SR, 73.
All right, 73 guys, KM6SRR, K6MYC, KE6BK. 73 guys.
73. Okay, you were late getting in, Rob. What do you got for numbers?
Just going over that there. I missed a few in the very beginning. I didn't get going here till probably about 7:50 or so. Over.
Okay, well, it was a little slow in the beginning. I can kind of try to remember who we were. Maybe Aaron can remember a few as well.
Yeah, I think he was late coming in here also because we were both stuck on the local net there. The first person I heard was Dave, K6VBG, and then I heard you say that Mark, KT2G, was in there first thing. So I got those two guys and nothing before. Over.
Okay, KG6, Charlie Echo Fox was in. Frank was in, W6BBS.
Yeah, he checked in later, got him.
Who did we get south? I don't remember. We got K22G. We didn't get anybody locally. I'm trying to think. Boy, it was pretty thin in there at the beginning.
Yeah, Adam was probably at work, huh?
We did get KJ6TYO. And 009.
Yeah, that'd be Ron.
And no, KE7, KE6BON, he was not there. Of course, he's usually working on Sundays. He's a Sunday fireman. Let's see, who else? I don't think there was anybody else. I'm trying to think if there was anybody else in the Bay Area. Or even down south. We did work Pat, W6PMD. He was the only one down there.
I worked him and I forgot to put him in the log. Over.
Okay. That's typical. Who were we listening to? I think Frank was talking when PMD was in there, so I know that was a combo. We got Frank already. Boy, I don't know. PQL checked in early also. You got him, right?
Yeah, he came back again. You were talking. I got him in. Over.
Yeah, okay. He was in early, too.
Rob, did you get me? LOL.
We did, and we did call you back a couple of times, but you must have got tired of me listening to, I'm talking to Jeff up there. Do you know Jeff, KE6ILX?
I don't know him, but he was coming in off the back of the beam. Not really readable, but just under-readable, but that's pretty strong coming in the back of the beam from Grass Valley.
Well, 50 watts to a whole loop from Mobile. And he was being heard up in Nevada real well. So, in fact, KE7UQL heard him fine. So, yeah, he got a great place up there in Grass Valley, and he'll be coming back. He's been fighting a property dispute for a couple of years. It's completely taken him out of the picture. But he's got all the bands and kilowatts on all the bands, and he's a good moon bouncer also. So he's a real top echelon member of the Bozo Net. Over.
Oh, I'd like to meet him, yeah, if he's doing the EME thing, too, especially. So, well, I was impressed because he was coming in the back of the beam. He was just under-readable. What's he on top of a hill up there?
No, he's in Grass Valley, but he has got a little elevation, yes.
Oh, okay. You know, Mike, I did have a question for you. I was watching TV, I guess, and I kind of turned my attentions off to the net there for a little bit, and I didn't hear you call me. Do they have an adjustable coax thing so you can adjust your phase line? Just so it slides in and out, and it's a piece of coax so you can adjust the length of your coax physically?
I don't know if anybody makes such a thing. They make test equipment that looks like that, but you wouldn't want to put it in the weather situation. Over.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just thinking in the shack here, some kind of a device where I could adjust the phase of one of the antennas and get a little directional. Well, and then just peek it up too.
Yeah, it's Mike, a line stretcher. I believe I have one. Let me look and see what's on the shelf here. I'm trying to remember if it's in here or in the other room there. I've never used it, but it's really a piece of test equipment. This thing is a Hewlett-Packard test thing, but let me see what I got.
Okay, well, I thought that'd be kind of fun to have on one of the two antennas, but anyway. Yeah, so anyway, good net tonight, and I don't know how many people you got, but I didn't hear many people. Conditions weren't that good. Boy, they were sure hot the other night, though.
How you doing, Dave? WA6LOL, KM6SRR.
There he is. Hi, Rob. You know, it's interesting that your location, there must be a mountain, and I get that kind of a multi-tone frequency off of you, you know, where part of your voice is just delayed a bit because it bounces off of a hill, and I always have that with you. Sometimes if you aim your antenna up here just right, it kind of minimizes, but like right now, it's got that. Do you hear that on me?
Yeah, I hear kind of a fluttery or wobbly sound there, kind of distortion a little bit, and it's not there all the time, but once in a while it does. Over.
Oh, yeah, it's a really fast flutter right now, too. It's like, 5-6 times cycles a second, I think.
Hey, I hear the KE7UQL. Is he trying to contact you, Dave? Over.
Yeah, Dave, this is KE7UQL. You're coming in very beautiful time.
Well, hi, yeah. KE7UQL, WA6LOL. Yeah, you sound good. You faded up really good there for a sec. Oh, well, that's pretty good. Yeah, you're doing the same here. So, well, conditions are pretty good. They just kind of came in here for a second up your way. Well, howdy to you. Yeah, KE7UQL up there, Nevada, WA6LOL.
Hey, Daniel, KE7UQL. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo. You're sounding good here now. I can hear you better than earlier. Over. Roger, just want to give you a shout out now that I can hear you. Over. 7-3, Daniel. Okay, Mike.
Okay. I can't find it right now. It may be in the other room. Let me look and remind me again tomorrow night or something, Dave. Over.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I was just thinking that would be a really cool thing, and I could see how you could make it, but I don't recall ever seeing anything like that commercially available for any reason. But anyway, all right, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to get back to my eating. I'm munching on vegetables, trying to be healthy here. FYC, WA6LOL.
Okay, good luck being healthy. All right. Celery and carrots and a few other things are good. Okay, take care, Dave. And yeah, you'd enjoy meeting with Jeff. He's a real interesting guy when he gets time to think about it. He's just been on a tear lately. He's got 4 or 5 kids in school and and they're just now graduating from Naval Postgraduate School and other places like that. Not Naval Postgraduate School. What do they call it back there for the Naval Academy? I don't know whether she went to the Naval Academy or opted to become a nuclear sub care. I think she opted out of being a naval postgraduate person, or not postgraduate, but the Naval Academy, whatever the hell they call it. And she went to the nuclear sub school instead. So she's authorized to run and operate nuclear submarines now on all the reactors. Over.
Wow. Hey, maybe she'd take us for a ride, huh?
Yeah, she's going to be stationed up in Washington. So, but she's a real bright lady. She almost got a full ride scholarship on that whole deal. And they invited Jeff and his whole family back to witness her arrival at the Navy's college schools there. So it's quite a big deal. She's a very bright lady. He's got a whole bunch of bright kids doing all kinds of wild stuff. So that's what's been keeping him busy, and he dedicates a lot of his life to their success.
Well, I'd be interested in meeting him. Maybe next time I'll turn my antenna around that way, and I should be able to hear you fine no matter which way I turn my antenna, and then maybe you'd introduce me. Hopefully he's active. If he's getting active again, he'll blow the dust off of his EME antennas.
Yeah, he has 2-meter EME, I think 432 also. And I'm not sure what else, but he can get on almost anything. It's just a matter of how much he can put up and how much time he has to dedicate to it. He's also a gold miner, gold panner, and that kind of stuff, so he supplements a lot of his income that way by panning. And he was hurt badly a while back. Somebody threw a stick of dynamite in the pond when he was diving, and it damaged his ears, but he's okay, but I think he's got some long-term hearing effects from it.
Yeah, that's a ways up there, Grass Valley. I know in the 90s, I think another guy and I went up to Grass Valley Switchers, and we were just going to buy a little for our little video business. We were making videotapes of weddings and things, and we wanted a switcher that we could kind of, use for editing. And we heard this Grass Valley Switcher did it. We drive up there, and we go in the gate, and they have these guys meet us at the gate, and we think, geez, this is really something just to buy a $100 switching device. And we found out that Grass Valley Switchers makes switchers for Hollywood, and, they're talking about $500,000 devices. That's why they met us. A couple of guys with suits met us at the gate.
Be darned.
Yeah, we felt pretty stupid.
Well, I doubt it. Okay. Quite a story. Very good. All right, well, look, I'm tired. I pulled too much weeds today, and my ass is dragging. I didn't have a nap. I didn't catch my news. So I almost fell asleep in the middle of the net here at one point. I better get inside and pull a cork on tonight. Maybe I can search out a little dessert, which I haven't had either. We ate dinner, but I finished just about 25 after, so I'm just barely got in the shack in time. I'm going to get out of here, guys, but great to hear everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow night on 6, Rob, and we'll see you on 6 tomorrow night as well, Dave. And then onward and upward from there. KM6SRR. I had to sneeze. KM6SRR with WA6LOL and K6USY probably in the background. K6MYC.
Yep, I'm still here. Good night, Mike. K6USY DMO6.
Good night, Aaron. Thank you again.
Good night, Mike.
Good night, Dave.
Hey, good night, Dave, and good night, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SR. I got 38. Is that what you got? Over?
Very close. That sounds good.
Okay, that's what I'm going with. 73, everyone.
Okay.
Go study, Rob.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do some more. I took another test, missed only 9 this time. Over.
Well, when I took the test, I only missed 2, so that's the bar.
You have no worries. I'm not getting there.
As long as you pass, that's all that matters.
That's what I'm thinking, but boy, I'm sweating it on that too. Over.
And the funny thing is now I've let most of it fall out of my brain, so I'm sure if I took one now I wouldn't do as well. So good luck, and we'll catch you later. And good night to everybody on YouTube. K6USY.
Master Crammer, huh?
Well, it helps that I was on vacation the week before I took the test and had lots of lonely nights in hotel rooms after the wife and kids went to bed. So what was I doing? Studying.
Good for you. I've got a good short-term memory like that also. I did the same thing. I crammed on Saturday and took the test on Sunday many years ago in the probably in the 90s somewhere when I passed my extra. Anyway, I almost passed it a year before or two in Dayton, but I was drinking, and then somebody said, "Hey, they're running a code test for the extra class." And I was sitting at the bar half gassed, and I didn't do good on the CW thing at all. Over.
Well, yeah, it slowed down the old noggin.
Yeah, I had one brain fart, and I missed enough in the middle there. I just couldn't get enough copy. I was okay, but I missed one big section where I sort of zonked out for a few seconds, and that cost me the test. That was when they had to have code. You know, we were doing 20 words a minute. But I'm not good at code, and when I'm also drunk, I'm not good at all.
Well, that's good to know. Hopefully you're not ever drunk when you're running the net.
No. The most I ever have is a beer a couple of hours ahead of time. So that's the least of my worries. No, I can't do ham radio and drink. I just can't concentrate enough to keep everything straight. I guess you hear people on that are that way, and it's sad to hear them because they can't remember calls, they don't do the protocol right, and it's just a mess. Anyway, I wasn't that drunk, but we sat at the bar and had 2 or 3 shots and whatever, and I was pretty well loose by the time they took the test, and I just didn't do good at all. Okay, see you guys later. Good night all. K6 NYC clear for now.